start the podcast after sitting down.
You really
after pressing like I need like the shutter button or some shit.
You just
like,
need to like just cut it into just you sitting
like,
down.
That's what I say. Like I try to do that and then
you just gotta sit down.
You know what I'm saying? So when I
3. Hello, everybody.
Real shit.
They don't see the beginning where you sat down.
They really don't. But they did see this one because that's probably how I'm gonna edit it. So let me welcome everybody, of course, to the True North Views podcast, episode 109.
Yes.
Why did I think it was 110?
I thought it was 18 for a second.
Oh, never mind. I had an episode title in my head that involved the Roman numeral, so I was thinking IX, and for some reason it made me think 10. But anyways, True North Views podcast, man.
Oh, X is 10 being okay.
You know, I remember back in the day when we knew Roman numerals, like, and then we found out that shit's a dead language, and it's like, what's the point?
Right, I could see a whole nother. That thing is 2,344,191.67.
L was 50, C was 100,
M was 1,000.
M was 1,000.
D was like 500. Was there a D?
Something
was
like
D? Yeah, 500.
Something like that. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Anyways, man, True North Views podcast. Of course, we are Toronto's unofficial podcast discussing hip hop, R&B, and the culture. If you don't know by now, it's okay because maybe it's your first time listening.
It's all right.
I go by the name of Harris,
and I am the Skirt Master, Mr. Triple Double, no assist, stealing 70 mil. 2020 update.
Jeez.
From the TTC. I'm also an NBA champion, as you can tell from my shirt.
Jeez.
My hat. Jeez. By the way, before I say my name, I forgot something we should do for the YouTube people. We tell them what we're wearing so the people that are listening can't see it, but they can just hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Because then eventually they're going to be curious.
Exactly. One day we're going to be some fire. And
okay,
well,
like, for those that don't watch our YouTube, if you paid attention for about 19 weeks in a row, I only wore black and you only wore colleges.
Yes.
So we did that.
So go watch our YouTubes and you'll see that.
We did that. And speaking of YouTube, and I forgot to move the shirt again. Like, this is not me doing this intentionally. This is just happening. But I do want to say a shout out to my guy here, Marquise Devon, my guy Mayor Keese.
Okay.
He is, of course, one of our listeners. He has his own, podcast and just own network of things going on himself. He actually had a somewhat, viral video, for lack of a better word, where he was flaming the Reading Police Department. He's from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
He was flaming the police department. I wish I could find it. This nigga be tweeting. I'm trying to find it on his Twitter as I'm looking it up.
Find shit on people's Twitter recently has been
impossible.
Because even myself, I'm just retweeting, liking, retweet, comment, tweet, retweet. That's all in 2 seconds, by the way.
Facts. But I wanna.
You find it yet?
I want to shout him out because he was the one that mentioned the timestamp of the YouTube shirt adjustment. I knew I forgot his name at the time. Marquise, shout out to him. But he also tweeted, he said, listen, True North Views is becoming one of my new favorite podcasts. I really enjoy the energy of the show. Great job, y'all. I want my prize, though. I did timestamp on YouTube.
It's coming.
Listen,
we honor it.
Eyes emoticon. That's all I'm saying. Emoticon. Eyes emoji. Eyes emoji.
Like Android or some shit?
I mean, BlackBerry. But eyes emoji.
That's a dead language.
Damn. Oh, that might be the name of the episode. No. Tone deaf. Read the room. Read the room.
When you said that, I was like, yo, there's something wrong about that.
Yeah.
I couldn't put my finger to until you said tone deaf. I was like,
can't lie.
Yeah.
Pretty friggin' tone deaf.
Oh, anyway, but I'll finish. My name is Just Shola, and as usual, we are giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians.
Cheese.
Quebec, though.
Wow. How convenient. Yes.
Hold on a second, because I do have to give you an additional applause. Flawless recovery back to your name. First of all, because I would have said, what did I say again?
I kept it back in my head of where I stopped.
No, that was flawless. I wish I had that ability. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's of course tell the people where to find us. You can follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram at True North Views. What you will find on our YouTube page, of course, is the full episodic experience. Audio, visual, what are we wearing? Why is the shirt always in the wrong spot? Now there's too much black on the screen. It is what it is. Is there ever too much black? No. So, you know what? Maybe we did that purposely. Maybe we did that purposely,
Hey, man, just go
to
check
have
the
all the
YouTubes.
extra black on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, you can follow us on YouTube. You get that full experience every Monday. That episode is coming to you at 4 a.m. Eastern.
Jeez, hear that? 4
a.m. Eastern. That means if you're in Cali,
You're getting at
low
7.
key, just after midnight. Wait, no, they get it at 1 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, 1, yeah.
Just after midnight, do a little
Back home smoking legal.
for yourself.
Read a book.
And by the time you know it, True North Views is out.
Exactly.
Which
You
is
can
crazy
listen
to think
to it.
about.
Fall asleep, wake up, re-listen to it again.
Yeah, when you really think about it, man. You guys listened to it before. I won't get there. But anyways, on what was I? See, where was I? See, I don't have that
You just said the YouTube.
I don't have that
So
smooth.
now I don't know if you're going somewhere else. Are you finishing on the YouTube or
I think I said the YouTube point.
So
Let me go to
the Instagrams?
Instagram, because usually Twitter is last. You're
Yes.
correct. So let's go on the Instagram. You will find our respective 60-second sound bites from that said episode for the week. Just different topics of conversation going on there. I know we had a couple of album reviews, including Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist.
I almost said
with
Mad Lib.
Alfredo. I know I'm so like programmed to say Mad Lib when I say Freddie Gibbs. And also with the Lil Yachty.
Lil Bo 3.
Lil Bo 3, where he was compared to Kyle Kuzma. If you want to know how that comparison was made, check out our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Check out our YouTube. And check out our Instagram. My fault. On our Twitter, of course, you're going to find random liking, random tweeting, random retweeting, hashtag
Yes,
of the day,
sir.
topic of the day, whatever it may be. You know, sometimes trying to stay in the music realm, I kind of stick to, the more active stuff on my personal page personally. But in terms of the music stuff, just know that if you see a spree from the @True North Views Twitter account, we're in the 3 figures for the episodes. So it's
Jeez.
only 3 figures into percentages. It's 993% likely that it happened while I was.
Back home smoking legal.
You see, meditation teaches you. you didn't meditate me, man. What the fuck?
I was, oh my God, I was doing 993. I'm doing 993%. I was like, wait, what? How did you get there?
So yeah, meditation's in there somewhere. Meditation, you see, teaches you 2 very important things. Of course, it teaches you awareness and acceptance. And when you have awareness and acceptance, you get those Twitter fingers off, and you help your mental health. Of course, that's a very important thing, especially
sir.
now more than ever. Let's kind of get right into it.
That's it. Let's get
right into it. So this was obviously a very, I'm not going to say weird week. I'm going to say a very eventful week.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Getting right into the pre-potpourri, I know we kind of standardize the questions in terms of how you feel in mind, body, heart, and soul, but I more so want to ask, how do you feel this week in comparison specifically to last week? Because last week was very heavy, in my opinion.
It was way heavier than this week.
So how do you feel this week in comparison to last?
So, you know, we say ebbs and flows.
Yes.
Ebbs being down.
Ebbs is down, right? Yeah, because flow
It
is
still
good.
is, I'll say ebb, but it's kind of like, I guess, flatten the curve. If what we'll say, flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve.
But
Yeah,
we're still going.
If we just throw some terms in there that people have been looking up, flatten the curve.
That's what I'll say.
The
right
algorithms
now.
will make people
right now,
find us. I
the
feel
curve
you.
is flattened, but it's not on the flow yet.
Okay.
But it's flattened. You know, it's not as heavy as it was, like you said.
Yeah, and I mean, and in some ways it was. It still was definitely as heavy,
Yes.
but I think for me at least, it feels a lot more, or I guess the best way to put it is this. People have been asking me how I've been feeling all week, and my first answer to that is angry.
Oh yeah,
That's just my
I think a
first
lot of
answer
people
to
are
that,
angry.
and yes, that's definitely many people's first answer to that. But my second word was empowered.
I'm feeling empowered.
Hopeful.
Hopeful. I like that. I like those. You're on something.
I'm very curious to see how much momentum this has, this movement
I wanted
that's
to
going on.
have the momentum.
Because we've seen people piggyback on things, right? We've seen things trend,
Yes.
right? We've seen.
I was gonna say, before we get into that, do you want to talk about anything else? Okay, once you guys start trending thing, I think we're going to start snowballing into our pre-potpourri. Into
Oh no!
our...
I mean.
All right.
I'm kind of there.
All right,
right?
Let's go.
I'm kind of there.
Okay.
there. We've seen people just make things trend. We've seen people fight for black issues before.
Yes.
But I think there's been a lot of people maybe either afraid to stand up. I do question often, are people being coerced to stand up? And this is not truly how they feel.
And
Naturally, you got to ask yourself that question.
Of course.
There's been a lot of mixed feelings in my head as to intent, I guess.
Intent, that's huge in my head too, intent.
You know,
You
but to some degree, ally is an ally.
And that's why I'm not like flaming the people that, you know what, I know what you're saying though. Like,
You know what I'm saying? There's
I
like,
agree with you.
There's
in
like,
in all those
it's like,
situations.
whoa, it's actually working. But then it's like,
Could be.
is it working?
I think it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it is.
When the coronavirus, and obviously just leading into the notes here, when
That was a smooth transition. I don't even have to say it, just smooth transition.
when the coronavirus was, you know, on and popping, because somehow
when it was popping in the
it's
club.
not talked about anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
10 for hat time?
Hey, I'm just saying. No, it's still talked about. Let me not be ignorant. But, you know, when it was talked about, obviously it was dangerous for everyone. And then it all of a sudden magically became only dangerous for black people.
Yeah.
And it was the worst thing for black people.
Yeah.
Right? It might be the best thing. Like,
It really was low-key was the best thing for black people.
it may, like, coronavirus may go down.
Yep.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Let me give it the correct name, because there is other coronaviruses.
COVID-19 19.
COVID-tagious. COVID-19 might go down. 19109 episode. Come on.
Yo.
What are we doing? Honestly. What are we doing?
Again, we got to workshop this title, but
What are we doing?
you're onto something. There.
Honestly. Tinfoil hat. I'm just saying. It might be the best thing for black people. It might be we finally have a real cultural reset. Maybe.
I think we do. I think this is what, 1968? Fuck, what year did Martin Luther King die?
Listen, man, you're exposing both of us right now.
I know, right? Shit.
I don't have the year, you know what I'm saying? I apologize, top of my head. I know it was the 60s, but... Well,
what I was going to say was, after he died, 6 days of riots. So, yeah, 1968, 6 days of riots. On the sixth day, legislation came out to benefit black people. I don't know exactly what it is. Sorry, guys.
Civil
I
Rights
apologize.
Act?
Yeah, it was the Civil Rights Act. And
I watched Jeopardy.
there we go. But that's what I'm saying.
We can only say that we're not, like, we can try to use the excuse that we're not American for that.
I was going to say we're not.
But when's the
American.
last time you formally studied that, honestly? Honestly.
It was a while.
Honestly.
It was a while.
It's not us not knowing. It's just us not being able to pull that one up quickly. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Anyways, carry on.
But all I was going to say was there was change after that. So I want this to lead to physical change. Like, I don't want to see, anyway, we'll get there. But
we will get there.
Yeah,
we are starting to see layers of it. Of course, we'll get to that maybe in some of the post-potpourri stuff. I guess I'll just kind of add that, you know, companies donating.
Well, I thought I was under the Republic.
I'm
Well,
sure
I
it's
didn't
somewhere,
put
bro.
the
I'm sure it's
Republic,
everywhere, but
Yeah, we have 5
if
pages
not,
of notes, guys.
if not, we'll make sure we mention it.
But yeah, go on to what you were saying so we can keep going. I don't know where I was going with what I was
I don't know where I was going either. Obviously, this is going to be very different episodes for many reasons, but I flamed my company a little bit.
Okay, I talked to my company, or my company talked to
Not
me.
flamed them. Let me not say that. I talked to them.
Okay. What they say? How did it go? How did it start?
I saw an email address to like all employees, right? And it was just like kind of like, you know, regular talk. You know what I'm saying? Like end of quarter talk. You know what I'm saying? We did well, man. We grew by
X amount of percent.
I'm like,
whatever.
hold on.
Y'all just skirt.
I've been at work, and work has felt status quo, or work has felt business as usual.
People are trying to make work feel like business as usual. Right?
And I asked, I'm like, yo, wagwan with the little movement. Did you guys say anything?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I actually got a response. First of all, I thought it was going to go to a no reply.
Yeah, I in a corporation like where you work, you know, without you know giving out the govies.
Facts.
I would think it would go to someone's spam email and just be like, I'm just gonna skirt past that.
So I assumed that. I actually got a response like the next day or the same day. I was like, oh, wow.
That was a good response.
It was a decent response. It was 2 things were said. Thing number 1 here today.
Okay.
Which, you know, just what are the odds that I emailed you the day it was said? So
yeah.
Fair error. And then also yesterday, so and so, you can find it here as well. I looked at today. Today I wasn't mad with today.
Whoa.
Today's comment, and obviously just the way I'm referencing it.
Yeah.
Today's comment was, we agree with your right to protest. I was like, oh,
Okay.
shit. Just make sure you stay safe. I was like, okay. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad. That's a really good response for people that need to know. That's a good response.
I'm not mad. Thing number 2, the yesterday stuff, was about, we're naturally inclusive. I was like, okay, see where this is going. Because I agree with them.
Okay.
Right? Just based on where their horizons are.
Yeah.
Right? We're naturally inclusive. Okay. Right? June is Pride Month. And let's use this time to take pride in our inclusion. And I was like, okay, I get it.
I can't, because I don't know. Like, I got to sleep on that one. I got to sleep on this.
I said I get it.
That line.
And that was my response. I'm like, I get it.
I get it.
But what about hashtag Black Lives Matter?
Right? Like,
so we'll see.
You know what my company did? So when I first started my company, we'll say a year and a half ago, I was the first black person they hired, because I've never seen a black person work there till about a year after I got hired. They hired another black girl.
By the way, that Deontay Wilder, for people that forget, was one of the greatest speeches ever.
Right? Wait, I saw you post that. And I'm like, yo, I won't forget what he was saying beforehand. And what he was saying till this day was, yo, we're still oppressed. Till this day.
Like,
till this. That's what he was
I remember that.
That's
like,
what he was
I'll
saying.
see if I can pull it up later on. But anyways,
that was sick. So anyway, me and the only other black person I work with, the black girl, we got close recently with everything that's been going on, And no one can say shit. Like, we'll go to each other's desk and talk for 5 minutes, and like people hear us talk, and it's just one of those. Like, we're also two of the hardest workers there, by the way. And by the way, that is because of oppression that we both know that we need to work harder than our white counterparts or colleagues that have the same job we do, by the way, but they don't even do half the work we do, and we know it because we talk to them. And like, damn. But that's what the CEO calls us to the room, and it's some old 70-year-old, maybe in the 60s, white guy, and he's just blabbing on about how his dad taught him that bread costs the same amount for everyone. And then he shows us an Instagram post because he commented on let me get his name, Sancho, for Jordan Jadon Sancho. Forgive me for soccer players. I'm not a soccer guy, but I do know he had a shirt that said like no justice for George Floyd when he was playing soccer. He scored a goal, and like he did his thing. So my CEO commented under it, I guess, saying yes, I agree with you. Black Lives Matter.
But
no, that's
okay.
And then like people commented on this thing hating, like those 2 comments, and you're showing us saying, again, it's an old guy, so he doesn't realize that people are gonna hate on you on the internet. Like, you can't say something like Black Lives Matter and people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I agree with you. So you're showing us that shit, and honestly, he didn't say anything useful, but he meant well.
Right.
And that's what me and the girl both said after, like, you know what, he just tried to say like, I feel you guys, like we understand your pain. He just didn't know how to go about it. And he meant well. He did say the company would do something. We'll see what. They've not said that jack shit. But hey, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
So that's how my company dealt with it, at least as far as I know.
Yeah, man. It's hard to say pressure your companies.
It is.
It's hard to say that.
Because I also don't want them to. I'd rather them just not do anything than do something for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
If that makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say.
Had me in the first half.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I know.
I
wasn't done yet.
I was like, check our YouTube to see.
Yeah. His face was like, I'm about to disagree with you.
I'm about to flame this nigga. Nah, he okay.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like, and that's where I'll get to eventually with this whole Blackout Tuesday situation. But again, I'll get there. I don't want to jump ahead.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, in terms of what's been going on in the world, we just kind of threw everything at the board. Friday there was a protest in Toronto.
Yes.
Now this was a very confusing protest. This was called the March for Change protest. Yes. There was a lot of confusion around it because at first it was, who is the organizer? We don't know the organizer.
No one knew the organizers.
Nobody knew the organizer, but at the same time, the organizer was saying, hey, we are new organizers and we understand that nobody knows us.
Yes.
They also said, hey, like, we understand that we are learning as we go. We will make mistakes. We will not be perfect.
I did see one post, not to cut you off, where he did write that, like, we didn't realize the amount of work we had to do to go into a protest. They thought we could just go on the street and just start walking.
And to some degree, they said that it started with just kind of them, their family, their friends, really getting behind this, and then obviously it picks up steam, especially if you're going to do it in the central area.
And in Toronto, we haven't been protesting, so everyone's been itching to
behind the one, right? We did
two.
We did two. I think it was both days.
Well, either way,
I think it was both days on
well,
that
we're
weekend.
not protesting as much as other cities. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of so some are doing for the most part daily protests. We have not been. We did have a great peaceful protest last week. From the time this episode has released, but. Yeah, people have been itching to kind of get involved.
We both have been too at the same time.
We think about kind of the organizations that have been getting behind it. You think about Black Lives Matter, Toronto, the Toronto division of it.
You think about Another Black Life.
Not Another Black Life, NABL. So when this...
NABL. Isn't that a basketball league? NABL. I think that was a basketball league.
It sounds like something. It sounds like a sick name though. But so when this came out, there was just a lot of confusion around it. It was kind of mixed in with a lot of other information that came out as well. There was a June 6th protest.
Yeah, there was like 3 protests
that was also announced, and it was more so people coming from Montreal to Toronto.
Oh, I didn't know that
with the goal of potentially destroying things.
Okay, I remember hearing about that.
And there's bricks in the path and da. So now that information, broken telephone, June 5th, you imagine people are going to assimilate them as the exact same thing.
Yep.
That wasn't the case. What was very interesting was that in that protest itself, the police chief, Mark Saunders, coon as I'm not going to. Anyways,
you know what? Someone did tell me just on Mark Saunders.
He's done some shit. That was a photo op.
That was a photo op. But he is in a hard spot. Someone did say that.
I don't give a fuck about his hard spot.
No. I agree with you. I don't give a fuck. But I do understand he's in a quote unquote hard spot.
Fuck about understanding.
Hard spot. But I understand. And for those who don't know, police chief. We did say Mark Saunders is the Toronto police chief.
Black man,
by the way.
And he has agreed to, or he has continued to allow carding, for example.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, he pretty much allows carding.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he does his photo op, yada yada yada. The protests seemed to be peacefully organized.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing.
What was very annoying for me was our local news, CP24. As soon as that photo op happened, the only thing they could talk fantastic thing happened during the protest. The police chief. Have you ever seen something like this before?
And that fist looked hella weak in the air.
Not gonna lie,
it was like this. It was hella weak.
So there was a lot of like, why is this happening? Why? First of all, why are you kneeling? Anyways, but that's a different discussion. Then. After the protest, it was like, okay, maybe these guys are pretty legitimate. Like, these guys organized it. There was a lot of people there.
There was.
Maybe this is just a new organization in town, so to speak. March for Change, MFC. So, somebody tweeted. Again, we're not questioning nor agreeing to anything. We're just announcing things as we've been informed.
We're the news, right? We're just telling you the news.
In that sense. So, somebody tweeted, okay, so the organizer of March for Change, his name was... Delson Aventis.
The white guy or the black guy?
I don't think I want to say he's Spanish based on his name.
I know.
I don't know though. I don't know, right? But I'm giving him the name benefit of the doubt, right?
Okay.
So the organizer of March for Change was not sanctioned by the Black community activists. No. There was no bail funds. It was facilitated. There was a facilitated kneeling photo op for Chief Mark Saunders. And he also, the organizer, used to intern for Durham, which is a municipality in Toronto.
Yeah, in Toronto, in Ontario.
Durham. Yeah,
it's
you're
not
right.
In Toronto.
You're right.
Technically, the whole point of Durham is that you're not in Toronto.
My fault. East of Toronto.
East of Toronto.
My fault.
Don't give them that credit.
And he used to intern for Durham Police, right? So Twitter CSI, of course, got to CSI in. They also said about him. No, that was the tweet. No, wait. And then he also has a Pinterest page about cops. So it's just very interesting, to say the least.
And that was one of my reasons for, I guess we're going to say, I didn't attend this.
Yeah, I didn't attend it either. I was very much on the fence. So obviously you and I were talking about it. I was very much on the fence. I was, like I said, I almost regretted not going.
Okay.
I was trying to be as informed as possible. I do follow, or I do trust my Twitter timeline a lot in terms of some of the voices, especially of the Toronto women in there.
Exactly.
You know, very powerful voices.
That's one of the reasons why I didn't go.
Very advanced voices in terms of trying to push the city forward when it comes to equality, racially, Black Lives Matter, Black movement, things like that. And some of them had said, you know what, I'm not attending. I'm not denouncing it, but I'm saying I'm not attending because it was not organized by organizations that I'm used to. And obviously you can't blindly follow them. You still have to be able to think for yourself.
Exactly.
And that just what kind of, everything added up to me saying, you know what, I think the best thing for me to do is not attend.
That's pretty much my reasons for not going as well. I was just like, you know what, this may not be this is not the right time for me to go.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah. To say the least. We're damn near a half hour in. We got a big show to go through. Do you want to talk about the George Floyd updates?
Yeah, it was just quick.
Yeah.
Protesting worked. Shout out to everyone protesting.
That might be the name of the episode. Can we just make it simple? Protesting works? Like,
yes.
just to get people to know to keep fucking protesting?
Yes, protesting works. I like that. It's read the
I like
room,
that.
man. That's read the room. Perfect.
Yeah, but like Joe Budden did it. Extra Gravy called theirs Read the Room. Like, we can't call
Oh, no,
it.
no. I don't mean call it read the room. I mean, like, that's a perfect title based on reading the room.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. No, don't call it read the room.
I think I just want to, protesting works.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Fuck. Fuck
now,
it.
I don't want to say his name. The man that did the bad thing.
The police officer who murdered George Floyd?
Yes, that guy.
Got it.
His arrest sentence, or not sentence, his charge.
The degree of his murder.
Yes, got upgraded to second degree, which now carries a maximum, he's not saying he's going to do it all, of 40 years, versus third degree, which carried
25.
And manslaughter, which they were considering, which carries 15.
Now, manslaughter still on the table because, accidental death is always going to be manslaughter.
Pretty much.
Obviously, I use that in quotes.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Just to say that would still happen if that were the case. I like the second degree upgrade.
Me too.
I actually think it's much easier to define second degree than it is third degree.
It really is. Because other than first, it's hard to differentiate second and third at that point.
And I think second is much easier to define than first.
Oh, yeah, but first is motive and mean. I woke up to kill a guy. That's first.
Yes.
That's first. And
yes.
It's hard to prove that in this case.
Whereas second is like, nah, you did that shit and you realize you were doing that shit.
Exactly, yeah.
So even if you didn't wake up saying, I'm going to kill a black man today.
Yep.
As you were on his neck, you knew what you were doing with your fucking stupid ass hand in your pocket.
For 9 minutes. Like, why are you on a man's neck for 9 minutes?
So that, let's give him 40 for that. He going to die anyway.
Yeah, they ain't dying there.
Give him the 40.
I'm down for the 40.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather we fight for the 40 than fight for first. Now, I don't know the judicial system.
No,
so
I don't think we can fight for first. I think first is just off the table. Just based off, again, you've watched Suits. I've watched Suits. I've probably watched one or two other law shows. So
Law and Order.
I'm considering myself, halfway
Shout out to Grandma, rest in
to a
peace.
lawyer.
That was a staple, man.
Which
that
one?
was a staple. Law and Order. All of them.
Yeah.
All the Law and Orders.
I'm a TV lawyer is what I call myself. You can join my club if you want.
Facts.
I think from what I know, first is off the table just because he didn't wake up. You can't prove he woke up to kill a person.
And that's what I said. Even if I wouldn't even want it to be pushed for first.
No,
because
don't waste time.
This nigga got the whole police force getting a lawyer staff for him.
Exactly.
No, I don't want because the lawyer. How do you know he woke up? No,
we don't know.
Second,
yes.
Second,
yes.
He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
Give him 40.
Did
he know what he was doing? Yes. Give him 40. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather have that.
The other 3 cops got hit with or got charged with aiding and abetting.
Yes.
So I guess thoughts. Well, we've already given most of it.
I think we've given most of it. Like we said, protesting works.
Protesting works.
That's really what it comes down to. It works. There's a reason for it. I'm glad that we've been this unified in our protests. Multiple countries are protesting. Cities are protesting multiple times per week.
That's crazy.
And it's putting the pressure on. And it's just a matter of keeping that.
The more security they bring, it shows it's working because they're scared.
Exactly.
Just letting you know, you don't gotta destroy shit. But if people are bringing in more cops, it's because they think they can't handle what you're giving them. So keep putting that pressure.
And the biggest point of all is that they're spending money. Like you said, bigger security teams, they are spending money. Bringing the military, they are spending money. And the moment the money gets impacted, changes come about.
Yeah, because they don't want to keep spending money.
So keep putting the pressure. Yeah. It's working. The petitions are working.
Yep.
The protests are working.
Yep.
The tweets are working.
Yep.
anonymous? Is it real, fake, or is it part of CIA's
I don't give a
counterintelligence?
fuck. You helping us? Keep doing.
We don't know. I'm pretty sure it's part of their counterintelligence. I'll be honest with you.
It may be,
but fuck it.
If you're helping me, keep doing that.
So I mean, yeah, just keep the foot on the neck, man.
Hey,
keep
man.
the foot on the neck. And then Minneapolis police, they made a big decision here.
What did they do?
Now, again, I don't know exactly how policy works,
Yep.
so I'm just gonna read it as I see it. Right. Breaking news. Negotiators for the city of Minneapolis agree with the state to ban the use of chokeholds by police. Police would also be required to report and intervene anytime they see an unauthorized use of force by another officer.
I like that personally.
I like that a lot in terms of just accountability.
Yes.
We're done, like, not to say we're done educating, but it's like
That's what we're
it's
protesting for.
education versus accountability. We want accountability.
That's
and
what
change.
these protests are for. Is to
You
say,
know what
yo,
I'm
let
saying?
these cops know you can't just be doing this stuff to black people and you get away with it.
I also saw something with the Minneapolis police saying that they want to denounce the police or
Defund.
defund is a
Oh,
huge
okay.
conversation going on in general.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you're trying to say.
Or I guess let's talk about that too. What are your thoughts on defunding?
I've not looked much into this.
Okay.
Like, I don't know much. All I know is like someone's supposedly taking money out of, not out of the police, but funding for the police, lowering the funding for the police.
Absolutely,
departments.
that's what it is. I mean, how do you feel about it? I guess
It depends on what the money's going to.
obviously,
Like-
but let's forget that part because that's part two. That's
What's-
1.2.
okay.
Let's talk about 1.1.
How do I feel about the defunding police?
Yes. I think it
don't
needs to
know.
happen. I don't think there's a not no because I asked the question, when have the police ever been for black people?
I won't say that's everyone's.
So
that's every
when
black
you
person's
ask
question.
yourself, once you answer that
that's true.
question as never,
Never.
you ask yourself,
So
why
why am I
are we
paying them?
funding something that is never for our own good?
That's true. You are right. You're right. No, you're right. I didn't look at it that way.
Now, I kind of see where your mind is going, where it's like,
Like, I want to. I still don't. As much as I don't not fan of
but-
police, I still want to keep them safe. Let me put it that way.
I wish I had videos ready because there are videos that say, like, there are videos that talk about alternatives. It's like, rather than having an untrained police who's looking to harm somebody do a wellness check as an example, why don't we have a paid community support person or
I agree.
a paid person that is trained in that field that knows how to de-escalate
And that's the
situations?
1.2.
And that person is making I mean, I'm not talking
Yeah.
the same salary. That's
Yeah.
that's really nuanced at that point.
But-
But the funding is being stripped from police and going into community support.
And
of some
that's where the 1.2 for me comes into.
Right.
But it's like, what are we taking this money? Are we still putting it somewhat to help the police force in a way that benefits
But what
my skin color? You get what I'm saying? Like you said, the community outreach or whatever you just said about the
Right.
community. Like that's what if we're defunding the police department for that, take their money. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I think we should defund them for whatever.
But yeah,
I don't see a reason to not defund. Like, maybe because you haven't seen numbers.
No, I agree with you with the defund the police.
No, right, but I'm saying like I can't find a reason to answer no to that
Okay,
question.
see, I couldn't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really see the other side of the coin. I don't think there is anything to see on
The
the
only
other
reason
side
I'm not saying no is just I feel like I'm not well informed on police side.
Fair.
No, like I don't know
But-
what they do. Like not even like
Don't care.
20%. But
Don't care.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the reason why I'm not saying 100%. If I know what they do, then I'm most likely to be saying
Don't care about
Defund the police.
Defund them. I'm definitely on board with that. We ask ourselves very often. You know, I've seen even like a graphic that says like, I'm just using arbitrary numbers. Like, let's say New York police has $4.5 billion in funding, right?
possibly.
If you funded $1 billion, every single person can do free transit for a whole year. So now if the police get $3 billion as opposed to $4 billion, everyone has free travel.
And
They get $2
that's a
billion
big-
as opposed to $4 billion. Now they get free travel and community support.
Mm-hmm.
They get $1 billion instead of $4 billion. Now we get free travel, community support, and we play
But-
2K. That's a
but-
trade.
But now here's what
I'll
I'm
do that
saying.
trade all day.
If like what if that 1 billion means, I don't know, again, arbitrary numbers, 1,000 less police.
It'll be 1,000 more community. It'll be 5,000 more community workers. Not 5,000. That's insulting.
But
It'll be 1,500 more community workers.
Okay, fair enough.
Right. So, and those would be it wouldn't be call 911. It would be call 511, and it's the community dude that comes out to de-escalate the wellness check, as opposed to a police officer. It'll be if there's a domestic abuse situation going on, we don't need police to go there.
We don't.
We need quote unquote enforcers that are somewhat of a community aspect. Again, I'm just freestyling, talking top of the head. I'm not really adding function to what I'm saying, but these are just loose ideas. It's like you bring that qualified person that is actually trained on de-escalation, as opposed to, you know, we've seen enough police radios, we've seen enough videos, we've seen enough killings, and why do we call 911?
I want more black people in police force, in my opinion. Like, infiltrate them, change that shit.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. I don't want a white cop coming to a black neighborhood because they don't understand.
Well, that's the thing. Well, community police is a big part of that.
Like, they won't understand
the from the community in which they grew up in. To some degree, or a community that represents them in that sense. Obviously, that's a whole nuanced conversation. But
anyway, let's
start the music potpourri, man.
Potpourri.
Where are we going in music potpourri? I'm trying
Tory
to find
Lanez on calling out celebrities.
I just put a bunch of shit there. He tweeted a bunch of shit.
He did.
Let me find this thing here by our guy Marquise Devon. As you read those tweets, please. But Tory Lanez is wildin'. Not wildin', but Tory Lanez is calling some people out, and he tweeted some shit.
Tory Lanez tweeted, and the first tweet goes, as I read, with all the things going on, I'm seeing this lady crying over the Gucci store being broken into. The fucking Gucci store, shorty?
I found the clip.
All right.
So this is our guy, Marquise Devon, listener of the True North Views podcast. He is also 1/4 of Dear RDG by the same name on Twitter, Dear RDG. They do culture, news, and lifestyle in terms of the discussions that they talk about on their podcast. But this was our guy Marquise.
Hold on. You can talk about the system, but let's stop getting philosophical and let's be real, okay? Let's stop talking about the system and let's start talking about individuals.
That's not how that works, right? So when the fact of the matter is, system, y'all are a group of people, correct? It's a group of people. So when we're talking about this system in particular, you all participate in this system, correct? So when we are talking about police and those who benefit from it, the same way, let's analogy. White privilege. Who benefits from white privilege?
White people.
White people, right? Mm-hmm. And so when we talk about racists who are able to benefit from this, we're not talking about, oh, well, my friend Joe is my neighbor and he did a really good thing today. That's not absolving the fact that he probably has a racist family. It doesn't absolve the fact that he's not willing to give up that privilege at the end of the day. So when I'm talking about a police officer and police officers, you're all part of a full mechanism. So once again,
that was like a town hall or some shit, man. He had an opportunity to talk to the police department. I noticed that police departments were doing that.
LAPD is doing something like that where you can call in and speak for like a minute.
That guy,
and they let people go off on that thing
with the chopper flame.
I like it, man. If some people need to get that shit off their chest.
Yeah,
and it's good.
And they need to hear it. They need to hear it in a confined space where there's nothing to do but hopefully be accountable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck listening. I'm so done with listening. We hear you. We're listening. No nigga, take accountability.
That's the whole point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole point of the protest. Accountability.
Anyways, man, yeah, Tory Lanez is going off on some people. Like you said, that first tweet.
He had a bunch of more tweets. Just people talking about protecting businesses rather than the protests.
Yeah.
Just more tweets about that.
I guess where I was going with that was just, people getting at celebrities. We've talked about the death of the celebrity, multiple different times, feeling like it's kind of a cultural reset in a lot of ways. Just what are your thoughts on those speaking up versus those not?
So I'm in a different category when it comes to celebrities.
Okay.
Like, I look at celebrities as entertainers, and I don't expect them to say anything like.
Agreed.
Like I don't care. Like not saying I don't care for what they say, but I also do, like if they don't say nothing, I don't look at them differently because I don't care about their personal life for most celebrities.
You've never given them that power.
Exactly,
and I agree with you on that.
That's exactly how it is.
Right.
So like I don't care for them not speaking out, but I do keep that in my mind open when you release music. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to listen to you anymore because I know where your head's at. But I don't care. That's how I look at activists for that. The Obamas and no, I couldn't think of Obama right now, but yeah,
I guess to some degree,
that's how
though,
I feel.
To some degree,
but
I agree with you.
But sorry, I just remember this because this was
probably about to say something.
This is something that's been bothering me. I was speaking to someone at work. His name's James. Shout out to James. He's a white guy, old white guy, but like I like him. He understands.
He understands.
That's my way of saying you're invited to the cookout without saying you're invited.
No, we're not invited.
But that's why I just say he understands. To get it, he understands. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
that's my way of saying it though. But
no more cookout invites. No more cookout invites.
We're done with that.
No more.
He understands. So he just said the reason is some people don't think like us, and it's until a celebrity says something that they realize, oh, maybe they're right. So he's like, that is unfortunately why people need celebrities to still talk because they still have power over some people.
And yes, they still have power over some people, but at the end of the day, they do have a following.
And that's what I mean by power over some people. Like that following, people that don't know shit until celebrity says it.
And it's not only that, because they might know it, but for example, right? Let's do super benefit of the doubt here. Let's do super benefit of the doubt. There's a white ally.
Yes.
That supports the cause.
Yes.
Afraid to speak out. Afraid to speak out, but supports the cause.
Yes.
Big Beyonce fan. Right?
Love JC. Oh my God, that family.
Forget that, but just big Beyonce fan. Let's say Beyonce never speaks out. This white fan maybe never speaks out either. Although they're a supporter, never speaks out because they're afraid. Beyonce does speak out, so do they.
But again,
so
that's what I'm saying.
And again, we're kind of saying the exact same thing, but that is what rubs me the wrong way about some of these celebrities not talking is that, listen, I understand privacy. You might be, I'm to myself, I'm not with the social media shit.
Exactly.
Take a moment to read the fucking room.
There's a power in your voice. Unfortunately, there is a power in your voice, period.
You've built your platform up to a point where you have power.
Yes.
Can you fucking use it?
That's exactly it. Yep. Use your power.
That's all it comes down to.
And that's what that guy James explained to me. It was just like, I know some people don't care, but people listen to some celebrities, unfortunately, so they need to talk.
I don't know, man.
So.
Let's talk about, keeping the two Virgils around here, man.
Let's keep it two Virgil.
You think that's going to stick?
I think it's going to stick.
Virgil, for those that don't know, obviously he had a thing where he was matching his friends' donations on that donation retweet spree that was going on, and he tweeted, he donated $50.
$50.
Posted it. He is now the moniker for...
$50.
Somebody posted the difference between...
I saw a few funny ones, man.
Oh, somebody said, like, spot the difference or scopa tu mana or something like that. And it was a picture of Virgil and it was a picture of 50 Cent, right? And one man said 50 Cent versus 50 cent. Like $50 cent. I was like, okay.
I get it.
Okay, you guys got that.
You got it.
Yeah, man, Virgil.
I don't know what to say about it, man. It just shows you again, like I said, it just shows you where people's heads are at. Now, I ain't buying no off-white shit.
Yo, Virgil might be, but Virgil been sold off-white. That's the funny part.
He sold off-white? He doesn't own
been sold, family's white, everything.
Yeah. He's like, he's a Caucasian.
He's get out. Fam.
Yeah. Like Virgil's been there. So man, like, I feel like this again. Just here's one thing that I had recently. It put a lot of things in perspective. I always knew something was off about Virgil, but I feel like this just added together. Now I'm like, you know what? Fuck Virgil. Like I've always been a fuck Virgil in a way. Like how you say you're about the culture, but you're making clothes that are like $500 for a tee. Like you're not about the culture. The whole point of the culture was you make it affordable for us.
Yeah.
And then now you donate $50. Now just realizing like, yo, you don't care about the culture. You just care about your pockets. So fuck Virgil. Fuck your off-white shoes. I'm not buying none of your off-white shoes. I wanted some of them before. Now that shit's done. I'm happy I didn't buy none of them. So it's fuck off-whites.
Oh, man.
Keeping the two Virgils out here to die.
I seen a few different tweets, obviously. Shout out to Alex,
Shout out
Steph,
to
Safe
Alex.
On, Need to Know podcast. Alex said, that's a fact. We're calling $50 bills of Virgil from now on.
Yep. I see something. I was like, hey, Kanye donated 40,000 Virgils.
It's like a unit of measurement now. The Weeknd did like 20,000 Virgils, or no, 10,000 Virgils. Kanye did 40,000 Virgils. Drake did
whatever
2,000 Virgils, like something like that, right? Whatever the
Virgil
equivalent
did
is.
one Virgil.
I saw a Toronto Twitter tweet that said, you know, I can't wait till Toronto people are calling a Virgil, what was it, a Virjas? A Virjas? Yo, let me get a Virjas, fam.
Yo, Toronto somehow.
Can I get a Virjas?
Remember I'm squaddled? You know, if we went out around squaddled, would have been something.
Yo, fam.
But
They just put AZ on everything, right? Let me get a Virjas still.
Get a Virjas.
What else did I see? I seen Virgil's face put on the $50 bill, obviously.
I saw that.
That one was funny as hell.
Let's go into this Drake reacts.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just Drake donating?
It was, who was it that called them out? Not called out,
Mustafa.
but... Mustafa the poet, right?
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
He's from Toronto.
I don't know where in Toronto, sorry, but I know he's from Toronto.
I have heard the name before, but he called on a few
Toronto
people.
rap scene. He's out there in the Toronto rap scene.
Pretty known.
Yeah,
pretty known.
He's been around.
Yeah, he did a pretty sizable donation, and salute to him.
Shout out to him.
And he showed kind of his conversation with Drake, like, yo, fam, like...
Where's yours?
Put the money up, fam. Right?
Drake
like,
did, man.
And then Drake's like, yo, fam, I tried to do 100K.
It said my card declined.
But my credit card declined. You know, like, whoa, imagine 100K on your credit card. But
I feel like one of those that they're just like, yo, are we sure this is actually Drake doing this 100K?
Real shit.
It was his bank looking out for him. That's what I feel like it was.
It was. It really was. But Drake ended up getting that off, of course.
One phone call to his manager.
I don't know where I was going with that, though.
I think you're just shouting him out, almost like a shout
out.
Yeah,
yeah, almost just like a shout out in a lot of ways.
The Weeknd, by the way, did 500, like we said, which...
I read something, was that recent? Because I read something about the Weeknd's at the time that it was first announced, where his donation was more so the 2017 donation that he did.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. So that's why, like, I didn't really follow up on that. But either way, I mean, Weeknd put up 6 figures. Exactly. You know, Drake put up 6 figures. We are going to talk about Kanye in a sec, but Kanye put up 2 mil.
Plus more.
Plus
feel like
more.
There's more like now that 2 results what we heard.
Yeah, you like to see it. You want to talk about Blackout Tuesday?
Yeah, Blackout Tuesday. This is where I had an issue with.
Okay.
Because I didn't post the black
box.
Did you post it?
I did. So Blackout Tuesday, hashtag Blackout Tuesday, hashtag the show must be paused.
Yes.
This was something that apparently was started by 2 music executives at Atlantic, if I'm not mistaken. 2 black women, if I'm not mistaken. Ma'am. And it was in response to the murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, as well as countless other black citizens at the hands of police and the ones since these.
Yes.
The show must be paused. Hashtag is an initiative created by 2 black women in the music industry, in observance with the long-standing racism and inequality that exists from the boardroom to the boulevard. We will not continue to conduct business as usual without regard for black lives. So, of course, it was meant to disrupt. It was meant to just make that be a takeover in a lot of ways. It was a way for corporations to use it as a day to only focus on the improvement of black lives and black situations at work.
Yeah, it was pretty much nobody posts, so the only things you're seeing is what's going on with these black life movements
and
like Black Lives Matters movements.
I think a lot of people broke and telephoned that one very quick. I think corporations broke and telephoned it because all they did was take a day off.
Pretty much.
I think other corporations broke and telephoned it because they thought it just meant release a generic statement and make no changes.
That was my issue with it.
I think the people, the public to some degree broke and telephoned it because by nature, they're going to hashtag Black Lives Matter. And in hashtagging Black Lives Matter, they didn't realize that they were quieting the posts from Black Lives Matter. And again, thankfully, we are in the information age where it doesn't require a professional, quote unquote. I use that term very loosely. Yeah. It doesn't require a professional or an official to tell us how to think. Very quickly, it was said, hey, guys, don't use hashtag Black Lives Matter. If you're posting this, continue to post a black box by all means. Blackout Tuesday. Don't post or don't post hashtag Black Lives Matter beyond that. You said it rubbed you in the wrong way in some ways?
Yeah, because the way I felt, and it's the way I felt with the whole kneeling with Kaepernick thing in 2017, I believe, was...
16, if I'm not mistaken.
It became, I don't want to say a gimmick, but
Yes.
it became more than what it was meant to be. Like, people just became, oh yeah, I'm against the NFL when I'm kneeling. That's what it became. Like, the NFL said, don't kneel, so I'm kneeling. But that's not what it was for. It became this whole, oh no, it became about the flag, like what Drew Brees did. We'll get to it later. But that's not what the kneeling was for. The kneeling meant something totally different.
Right.
But all the players started kneeling, like, yeah, fuck the NFL, as their way of kneeling, kind of saying.
Yeah. And
And that's what this became. This became a way of company, the corporation of saying, oh, look, I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
And like you said,
it became a lazy way to support.
Exactly.
Or a lazy way to fake support.
Fake support, and that's what
that.
the fake support part.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to blame people for doing it.
I'm going to stop you there for a second because just to add on to that, as I started seeing the black boxes, actually, first of all, on the True North Views podcast and the personal page, 6, 7 a.m., whatever time I'm waking up, because I'll be up early and shit. I tweeted from both accounts, okay, we are participating in Blackout Tuesday. We will not be posting anything. See you in 24 hours. 12 minutes later, I'm like, man, fuck that, yo, we here. You know what I'm saying? But I quickly realized, I was like, hold on. Why are we stopping? No, hold on. But the point I was trying to make to add on to what you were saying was, what bothered me about the black box was the people that were doing it were people that I have not seen say anything.
And that
period.
Exactly is
so
why
now
my
you're
issue
showing
with the
your
box
fake
was,
little blind. Well, everyone's posting a black box, so I'm going to post a black box.
It's the I don't want to be attacked thing. Like, I'm just going to. Everyone's doing this, so let me do it. See, I'm involved, guys. But your mentality is still the same.
Yeah, I had a few conversations with some of my non-black friends, and I know we're not supposed to thank people. We're not supposed to thank people for
doing the regular,
for seeing
what
how we've been oppressed,
right?
So it's not that I thanked them for talking out about it, but I said to them, like,
it's thanks for not being ignorant.
Well, it wasn't even thanks for not being ignorant, because again, it's almost like we shouldn't be thanking people for that.
We shouldn't thank you for being ignorant.
But what I said to them was, I wanted them to just be aware. I said, listen, you are one of my few non-black friends who have actually said something. And this was before the box thing, and this is after the box thing. You are one of the few that said something. So I want to let you know that I'm acknowledging that. And, again, just to add, like, oh my God, people be rubbing me the wrong way.
Trust me, man. These last few weeks, like, I've been like, even at work, I'm just to myself.
Yeah.
Because
one
person talked to me wrong, I'm like, yo, this is like, no, like, don't do this. Like, now's not the time.
Yeah. A few people spoke out. A few celebrities, I should say, spoke out against the Blackout Tuesday hashtag. Guapdad4000 was one of them that spoke out. He said, fuck this blackout. And he posted an image. He said this was an image of big name record companies who have made a statement, but how many of them have actually donated to anything?
I'm going to pull it up.
Made a statement was a bunch of yeses, even some no's. It's like, God damn.
I know, right? It's like, yo, all you got to do is make a statement. You don't got to mean it.
Donation? No. Yes, no. Said some shit, but no proof. No.
Exactly.
So Guapdad was like, fuck that silence shit. And that's where I said the corporations
we're using that
played broken telephone to just use it as a day off.
Yeah, they're using it as a get out free jail free card, saying, look, I'm with you guys.
Exactly. Kalani obviously said some stuff as well. She said, well, I really do fuck with the intention behind Blackout. Something about the execution does not seem smart. We keep each other informed on here. We are each other's news channels because we cannot trust the news. We cannot disappear for a day. Secondly, when you check hashtag Black Lives Matters hashtag, it's no longer videos, helpful information, resources, etc. It's just rows of black screens. Now, again, that was quickly dissolved. When I searched Black Lives Matter, it was actually very effective. And that's what I like how it turns out.
I feel like Instagram and Twitter too caught onto it quick and probably realized like they probably have an algorithm.
Maybe not. I think I'm gonna give more faith to the people. I'm gonna say the people caught it. They deleted their hashtag Black Lives Matter. They were still posting it only with Blackout Tuesday. They weren't posting it with Black Lives Matter. So if you search
people that much
hashtag Black Lives Matter, I mean, I guess I could see both ways how to not trust anyone. But
either way, the algorithms worked and it went back to normal.
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about Freddie Gibbs.
You put this here. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what.
LL Cool J had some bars about just everything that's going on. It was one of those like spoken word type of. This was called it was just a freestyle. He called it his George Floyd dedication. I'll play some of it if you.
Ooh, someone had a hard one. Papoose, I think. Was it Papoose or Styles P? He had like an ABC to.
For 400 years, you had your knees on our necks. A garden of evil with no seeds of respect.
Raps the exact same as 86. I'm just gonna say that.
He does.
I need love. Freddie Gibbs.
What did Freddie Gibbs say?
I gotta find it, yo. Where is it? Oh my god, this is the funniest shit ever. Where is it? Let me just play a little bit more of that.
In America's mirror, all she sees is regret. Instead of letting blood live, they begging for bloodlet. Revenge is a dish that's served on platelets. Transfusion of confusion, abusing our intellect.
I wasn't mad at it, but it was old man bars, right?
It's old man bars, yeah.
It's old man bars, right? So the article reads as following. While a lot of folks liked the 52-year-old's emotional bars, Freddie Gibbs mocked him on social media.
Of course.
Let's see here. Some folks are saying Gibbs, whose album Alfredo, along with Alchemist, dropped on Friday, is still sore at LL for his notorious 2013 accidental racist track with country star Brad Paisley. I don't remember that track.
I don't know.
But what Freddie Gibbs said was... he said, weak ass bars ass nigga. This nigga's a cop.
Yo. That is funny.
Holy fuck, weak ass bars. How you gonna?
That's nigga's a cop.
Weak ass bars ass nigga.
He's a cop on CSI. Is it CSI?
Real shit. That's the funny part. Or, one of them.
One of those. Law and Order. One of those shows.
Holy fuck, man. That's just funny as fuck. Trina.
Yes.
You hear what happened here?
Just I saw some clip about going around. I didn't watch the clip. I don't take celebrities seriously, and Trina's not someone I listen to, so I don't watch videos of Trina.
Yeah, she was upset essentially with businesses in her city. I think she's from Miami or Dade County, if I'm not mistaken.
Where's Dade County, Miami?
305 MIAO.
She's from Miami. That's all I
know. No, I mean, wait, hold on. I think I found it. Yeah.
The video clip?
Yes.
To stem the spread of the new coronavirus in Florida, Gaynes imposed a countrywide curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. and will be enforced until Gaynes lifts the order. They need to make the curfew at 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's how I feel.
No.
Keep everybody off the streets, these animals off the streets that are running around in Miami-Dade County acting like they have escaped from a zoo. Lock them up at 5 p.m. so the streets can be nice and clean. That's how I feel.
What the streets got to do with the people's lives?
Trick Daddy.
You got money.
We're not talking about the lives. We're not talking about money. We're not talking about the lives. We're not talking about that.
You got money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
These people got to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
These people been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on lockdown.
I've been on lockdown just like them. Uh-huh.
Yeah, these people ain't been working.
Okay.
They about
Unfortunately,
to lose
a lot of people don't have jobs. I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
They about to lose their mind.
We all about to lose our mind. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And just because one person...
Mm-hmm, they run. So today their minds are all back. Everybody's minds is back today good? Because the weekend it was they back good?
Obviously, I don't need to play the last minute of it, but you saw where she was going in that ignorant path.
I was about to say that's the way ignorant people speak.
She did, apologize wholeheartedly. She took accountability. I want to ask about apologies. Okay, there's a real discussion to have here about apologies. I guess what I want to ask, what do you want to hear in an apology? As it relates to, the Drew Breeses, the Trinas.
Jake Fromm. You don't know Jake Fromm. He's a football player.
Don't know who that is.
Rookie, just got drafted, but leaked conversation about him. Call himself an elite white. Yeah.
Okay.
But what do I expect? And that's the issue. Is like, I believe once you say something, once you've said something like that, like, it's hard for me to now take an apology because now your apology just because of the backlash. That's how I feel. You don't actually like Drew Brees, for example. I know we're going to get to it, but it felt like it was just a response to the backlash. It actually wasn't an apology. Like,
okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't feel like it's an apology because if it was an apology, you would educate yourself before speaking on it. Like that's what. Like not if it was an apology, but you wouldn't speak that way. Like
right.
I'll educate myself and say, okay.
I get that.
Talk to me about why people are protesting. before I start saying, or white people are rioting before I start saying they're animals.
I think if
I don't know, man. It's just hard for me to take it. I don't know what I want to hear. That's the answer. I don't know what I want to hear. But
I think what I want to hear is, it's this thing in human nature that nobody's able to do, or very little people are able to do. I want to hear accountability without defense.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't want to hear what you did. I don't give a fuck about what you did. What you did was wrong.
You know what you did was wrong.
I want you to take, I fucked up. I should not have said that.
I should have learned better.
That was wrong.
Mm-hmm. How are you getting?
I may have been speaking out of line. Clearly, I was. I don't want to even try to define.
And I may have been speaking out of line. That's a line that shouldn't be there.
Exactly.
I was out of line, period.
I was out of line.
Like, don't give me this, don't make me at fault for your
or
issue.
I see how my words can. Anyways,
don't say I see how. I'll be like, my words were wrong. Like,
okay. Let's run through this because this is about to be a 5-hour episode if we don't.
Let's go.
Jay-Z. Did you hear about Jay-Z?
Something about ads in a newspaper?
Yes. Jay-Z bought ad space in a newspaper, in a bunch of newspaper. The article reads, the headline reads, I should say, Jay-Z buys full-page ads dedicated to George Floyd in multiple newspapers. I did see a lot of people trashing Jay-Z for this, as many people will do. Because, of course, people have been asking, well, what did Jay-Z say? You know what I'm saying? We talked about standum versus fandom already, so I won't go there. But people kind of trashed him for it. I was like, this is smart. In my eyes. Now I would like to know what the advertisement says.
Exactly, like where are we going?
But this to me is smart because who's the demographic of newspapers? Old white motherfuckers. Yes. And are they going to change their mind? Maybe not.
Probably not.
But let's get them angry for a couple weeks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
let's get them talking.
Like that Nickelodeon mom that was reacting because her kid saw 8 minutes
of teaching.
We won't do that.
Because they taught her son.
Yeah. Jay-Z also sent a private jet for Ahmaud Arbery's family lawyer to get to court. Definitely a salute to him for that.
He's under for George Floyd too, right?
I'm not
it was just a newspaper
100% sure beyond the newspaper thing.
It was Kanye West that
did.
Yeah.
So Kanye West, of course, is the next name in the news, or kind of made a splash this week. He and we talked about this already. The good thing is that he's not speaking. I don't care to hear from Kanye.
And that's my thing. I don't care for celebrities, but I like that
he's putting his money up.
Exactly.
$2 million, as we know, to the families of Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, and George Floyd. I think there was something else as well.
Yeah, so I have something here. GLC. Who's GLC?
GLC, remember a rapper from Drive Slow Home?
Yeah, okay, so he claims that Kanye West...
track of all tracks, but he's on there.
Claims that Kanye West has gotten rid of his MAGA hats and was reportedly just wearing them to get innocent people out of jail.
Yeah.
This is what he said, quote, Kanye actually gave me a box of hats. He said, I'm never wearing these again, the rapper and fellow good artist said on the Red Pill podcast. Oh, Red Pill, isn't that
the
Jada. Will Smiths? The Smiths, sorry. I'm just telling you that we got the amazing woman out of jail in Florida, right? Kanye reportedly said, we didn't have that meeting until I put the hat on. So I just want to say, if that's true, shout out Kanye for knowing his not value, but his power, the power he has. And unfortunately, it has to take, but this is the oppression we face, that it has to take a black guy saying, I'm a racist before you guys even listen to him. So I'm just saying, like,
I still want accountability from Kanye.
Oh yeah, I still want accountability. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, white people, look at what we have to do to get into a room with you.
Facts.
Like, this is what we are fighting for.
He also joined on the Black Lives Matter protest in Chicago.
Yes, he did.
Kanye West was there on the grounds, and that is always a sign of respect for you to be on the grounds.
Yes.
Right. Let's get into a few quick shout outs.
Yep.
Trying to keep some of the music aspect of this podcast. Definitely a shout out to Gunna. Gunna went number one, if I'm not mistaken. Gunna locked in the number one spot on the Billboard charts.
How much?
This was the week of June 1st, of course, last week. Do we know how much it sold?
I don't. I thought I saw it somewhere.
I didn't see the number.
Oh, well, either way.
Probably 120 and some change.
Yeah,
if I were to
exactly.
guess.
Second shout out goes to Stream to Donate.
Yes.
This was by, I believe, the Black Lives Matter. Well, I saw it from Black Lives Matter page. I don't know who did it exactly, but shout out to whoever did it, because you could go and find it on the YouTube. All it is it's a YouTube page where you just press play, let it run in your background if you want.
Full advertising,
and
don't skip
they
the ads.
get paid for all the ad revenue.
And they've pledged all their ad revenue to go towards a cause.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is a beautiful way of thinking outside the box. Like, we got YouTube paying. We got YouTube donating our money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't even have to use your time. The only thing you have to do is press play and go about your day. I did it at work. I just kept on pressing play at work.
Yeah.
In the background of my computer.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I donated, but I know it's better than nothing.
I also think there's different ways to support. Not everyone can support in every way.
Exactly.
So I mean, as long as effort is being done, I'm going to say maybe don't feel bad if you cannot go to a protest.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad if you cannot
Physically
give up
donate
money. Don't feel like there's other things that can be done.
are.
Playing YouTube videos,
Yep.
signing petitions,
Yep.
retweeting information,
Reading.
Reading,
Listening,
educating,
learning, yeah.
looking for opportunities to have holding people accountable is
Yes.
my new thing, is holding people accountable.
Talking to your family and friends.
And even, just not letting things slide, right? Like, for example, I was having a conversation with someone and, I sent them a tweet that talked about, you sound white, that type of thing.
Yeah, I hate that
And
shit.
obviously, like, we know the oppression that's behind you sound white.
Yep.
And, the conversation was, I get that all the time. And I'm like, I used to as well. I haven't really,
I haven't got it recently in a while.
thankfully for them.
Me too.
But no, you can't just be okay with that now. You're equipped with how to respond to that. So this is like a black person I'm holding accountable to say, like, yo, you get that all the time? No, you don't. You're not going to accept that no more.
Tell them it's wrong. Show
I'm
them how
not
it's
here
wrong.
to preach to people, but I am here to say, like, yo, fam, there is an ability for us to instill some real change at the moment.
Yep.
Let's do it.
The biggest thing I learned recently was we're not doing this for, like, right now. Fuck, we're not probably doing it for our kids. It's like 3-4 generations down the line. Let them get every negative, every microaggression out of the head. So by 5 generations down the line, there's no such thing as race, but like, we're not going through the issues we're going through right now. Racism is pretty much not
racism.
Racism is not at the top of their mind,
right?
And that's what we are fighting for right now.
Yeah, and I think to those that can't see that this is bigger than them, shame on you in a lot of ways.
Man,
I'll be honest with you, there's no word beyond that. Shame on you, because we know our ancestors fought for something that was bigger than them.
I went on an alt-right, like a far-right. Is it far-right?
Alt-right?
Yeah. I went on, like, their Twitter accounts, and, bro, is it fucking disgusting.
Yuck.
Like, I was like, let me see how they tweet. Because we only see what we, like, our timeline, which is, like, what stuff we want to see. So I personally went on, like, some guy that was tweeting racist stuff, and I was just like, it's just disgusting.
Speaking of alt-right,
Speaking of
White
alt-right.
Lives Matter, WLM.
And what's the other hashtag? White Out Wednesday?
White Out Wednesday, wow.
So shout out to the K-pop fans.
Now, again, this could be intelligence, this could be anonymous, whatever it may be. I do like that it is a troll on white people.
Exactly.
And I'm here for all trolls on white people.
And so in order to block out the White Lives Matter hashtags and the White Out Wednesday hashtag, K-pop fans started posting K-pop stuff. I don't know if it's I don't exactly know what they call it. Fan cams.
They call it fan cams. Yeah,
I'm not sure what it is.
Groups dancing and some shit. I don't know, man.
K-pop is its own generation or its own genre.
Some fan shit.
I tweeted, I don't listen to it, but they got respect, man. They got my respect. Keep doing your thing over there. Props to you guys. And
I'm not too quick to give out anyone anything. Nah. I just want to see. I'm observing.
Okay.
Personally, I'm observing. So I'm not quick to give the shout out.
I'll give them my respect. I give them my props.
But I do like a good troll.
They did good on this.
And they did that.
So
last shout out is in order to Republic Records. Now this is a pretty big deal. They tweeted effective immediately, or this was, on their Instagram, whatever, on their website. Effective immediately, Republic Records will remove urban from our verbiage describing departments, employee titles, as well as music genres. Not only did they do that, but they also said, we encourage the rest of the music industry to follow suit, as it is important to shape the future of what we want it to look like and not adhere to outdated structures of the past.
That's exactly what I said about generations
just
down
a
the
shout
line.
Out to them, right? A shout out to them for accountability.
Yes.
Not only are we doing it because we feel it's right, we want to see everyone.
Change.
We want to see our peers do it.
Yes.
There's a reason for this. Very quick yes or no. Do you think whatever period of time, let's call it in the near future, that other record labels follow suit?
Yes.
I agree.
I feel because one of the big issues again in the black community, again, white people, you may not understand this, is the term urban, ghetto. There's certain terms that people use that we know just references black people. You're saying nothing but black people. So that's why they're trying to get rid of this urban and say, you know what, there's no such thing as urban, there's hip hop. That's it. White, black, Asian, you either make hip hop music, that's it, you know, or you make rap music or whatever. You don't make urban music. Because urban music, what is urban music? Mm-hmm. Like, what you can't define urbanism. Isn't it like the community?
The opposite of rural.
Rural, yeah, it's a community.
So either farmland or it's urban, right?
Yes.
And then there's suburban, which is a sub of urban.
Urban, yeah, exactly.
So
it has nothing to do with
what
race.
What we talking about?
So I like that they're getting rid of it.
What we talking about? A little bit of new music.
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck came out, but I know that I listened to 2 projects.
I thought Thursday was Friday, so I was like, yo, no music today? I was like so confused.
I have no idea. But I listened to Run the Jewels.
I bumped half of Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels RTJ4. Of course, that's LP and Killer Mike for those that are not aware. Super group, quote unquote, to some degree.
They are.
Yeah, they are. Let me not be disrespectful in quoting that, but you know, terminology type of thing, right? How do I describe Run the Jewels? I mean, they're in that kind of, you know, impactful, we have a message to say type of subgenre. I was gonna get to that.
Oh, okay.
I'll go get to that.
All right, that's Killer Mike.
I'm gonna get to that.
All right, so you get into
subgenre. I think, you know, we know the lazy comparison words, which are nothing wrong with a lazy comparison if it's accurate.
Yeah.
You know, conscious hip hop is a lazy comparison. Political rap is a lazy comparison as well. Again, just to kind of make the people aware of who Run the Jewels is. Now, I'd be lying if I say I actively listen to their music.
So it's actually a white person that put me on to Run the Jewels too.
Makes sense, LP.
Right. Right, I know, right?
And LP is like one of those like Mike Shinoda type, you know what I mean? Like,
it is, right?
Go on.
But so it was like, I don't know, I think it was at a party or it was like we're studying and music was background. So I bumped it. I didn't bump it, but I heard it. And I was like, who is this? He was like, Run the Jewels. And I didn't really look into it. And then Run the Jewels 3 came out. I was like, yeah, I remember liking them. So let me bump Run the Jewels 3. I really love Run the Jewels 3.
Yeah.
Some people didn't like it. I thought, because it was my first experience into them, I enjoyed it a lot more than 1 or 2.
When we say comparison is the theory of joy, you enjoyed it as the project. They looked at it as, let me compare to 1 and 2.
Exactly. So I enjoyed 3 a lot. I didn't bump it multiple times, but I bumped it a few times.
So I guess now you bumped RTJ for half of it.
Half of it, yes.
How are you?
I like it. It was almost like a continuation of
good.
Run the Tapes 3. You're getting the Run the Jewels sound. They have a sound.
Run the Tape 3. Run the Jewels 3.
Shout
out to Cozy.
Shout out to Run the Tape. That's how you know how much we fuck with you guys. I can't Run the Tape over Run the Jewels.
Straight the fuck up. It's true, yo. Run the Tape comes to mind. I'm trying really hard to say Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels. Even when I was singing in my head, sometimes I was like, Run the Tape. I'm like, what's Run the Jewels? But yeah, Run the Jewels. Anyway, you'll get into their sound because you see you wrote something there. So get into their sound.
Yeah, I mean, the production on this is loud.
Yes.
Right? Loud production, you know, a lot of drums. A lot of drums.
That's their sound.
A lot of drums.
Yes.
A lot of that live sound. You know that,
I love that
when they perform. And that's what I was going to say for you. I know you talked about this last week, if not the week before, needing that instrumentation in your music to give it that extra flair. It gives it more of that, you know, and
natural feeling, almost like, and not say any other one's bad.
Rhythmic feeling. Yes. It's more to your roots in terms of listening to music.
Because I know when there's synergy when the guitarist and the pianist.
Where's the soundboard? I don't even know the fucking soundboard.
Yeah, we haven't even used it today.
Let me get. I don't even know.
I don't know. Whatever. And the drummer.
LeBron James.
I don't know. I got
whatever. just that when they create that synergy, I like that because I know, like, you know, it takes effort and like a talent to actually do that.
Yes.
And I enjoy that talent.
Yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it. I mean, a couple of songs that I really enjoyed on this. This was, I think, 10 songs, 39 minutes, something like that, or 11 songs. I really liked track 6, Walking in the Snow.
Okay.
And I really liked track 10, which is called Pulling the Pin. Let me play a little bit of track 6.
Why are you looking into that? So one reason why I did bump it all the way, because I was bumping it while I was making breakfast this morning, and I just realized like I'm missing half of what Killer Mike is saying.
Yeah,
and I was like, I
that's
need
fine.
to be.
Yeah.
I want to be in one of those places where like lights
You're
off,
enjoying
in my ears,
deep diving. I should
exactly.
say.
I actually want to take in Killer Mike's message because he has a message. The guy's a spitter. So that's one reason why I didn't bump it fully. I haven't been able to.
Here's a bit of Walking in the Snow.
Kids in prisons ain't the same shit. Even one scrap of what Jesus taught connected, you feel different. What a disingenuous way to piss away existence. I don't get it. I say you lost your goddamn minds if y'all possess one to begin with.
A couple of secrets before we lay down in his grave. All of us serve the same masters. All of us nothing but slaves. Never forgetting the story of Jesus, the hero was killed by the state.
Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold. Just got done walking in the snow. Goddamn that motherfucker cold.
Very catchy. Like that song a lot.
Killer Mike's bits, man.
Definitely.
Say Jesus was killed by the states. Take that in. Jesus was killed by the states. So.
Where I am with this album, I guess, kind of just to close it off. I'm starting to compile my lists. I think it's really important to start compiling those lists.
We are going to do a mid. I'm going to get into the mid thing. I want to work on it starting.
Oh yeah, it is June.
It's very June, so I'm trying to do end of June.
Oh, I didn't even talk about in pre-potpourri how much June impacts me. But anyways,
oh yeah, it's your birthday. Month.
Anxiously,
it's his birthday month, y'all.
Jesus Christ, I don't know why this age thing is catching up to me. But
hey man, it's life.
Different discussion for a different day. I'm sure it'll hit me once we're closer. Like I said, I'm starting to complete my list, right, of higher quality albums, top albums of the year. I don't care for a number for now. I don't care to say who's better than what's better than who. I'm just saying, is this tier 1 for me? Not even God tier.
Just tier
1. Is
1.
this tier 1 for me? My answer off of first listen, I kind of did like 1.5, 2 listens of it. But at the same time, like yourself, I did not deep dive into it. I know there are a lot of messages on here. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing them.
Yep.
But from what I've heard, from buzzwords, from the cadences, from the flows, from the way the features are used, I enjoyed it. From the instrumentation, I enjoyed it. I can see myself wanting to listen to this. And I think to a lot of factors, timing plays a role as well.
Timing does play a huge role with this.
We know who Run the Jewels is. We know what Run the Jewels is about. We know what Killer Mike is about. He does it every day. But I guess in a time when the focus is a lot of the things that Killer Mike talks about, it's naturally going to enhance the music. And I think don't get it fucked up. Run the Jewels is always, at least in the critically acclaimed world, in top of album discussions. So don't let me act like I'm getting them fucked up. But I think the timing is going to really help propel them back into that discussion.
It definitely does. And it's, you know what's funny is that this wasn't even planned. Like
is that so? I didn't know
that.
Like,
no, it wasn't planned. I mean, like, dropping it, at this time wasn't just like, oh, shit, let's do it right now.
Something's gonna happen.
Since, like, January, they've been advertising. We're dropping later this year. I think in February, they said May. May or June, they were dropping. So it wasn't like they were just trying to take advantage of the time.
Right.
It was like, this is something they've planned out for months in advance before the whole protesting happened.
Yeah,
so,
no, you're right.
Shout out to Killer Mike and, what's it, EIP?
LP. I don't know how we're gonna get to post-potpourri so fucking fast, but let me try talking about Flatbush Zombies real quick.
Post-potpourri is just gonna be a touch.
Touch. For Flatbush Zombies, I didn't want to give it an in-depth listen because it's posse cut rap.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed things like Revenge of the Dreamers because I am borderline stans of that.
Yeah.
But when it's posse cut music that I'm not necessarily stan of,
it's hard.
I can just enjoy it.
Yeah.
You play background, don't necessarily need to deep dive, and maybe something to listen to more times in the future. But this one was a quick one, 6 songs at 20 minutes. Definitely posse cut style of rap. For those that don't know Flatbush Zombies, we've talked about their affiliation with Joey Badass under the Beast Coast label.
Beast Coast, Best Coast,
Beast Coast. Under the Beast Coast label, or title, I should say. It's more of that.
Yeah, figured.
That's all I can really say.
I'm not a fan of their sound personally,
and I get why you wouldn't be. It's very messy, for lack of a better word.
I think that's it.
It's very messy. It's like verse, chorus.
It's not organized.
It's a lot of mixing in and rugged and almost not unengineered, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like unmastered type of. Yeah. It feel, but like it is. You know?
Yeah, I get.
And that is their style. So you know what? It's just not for me.
Again, I thought it was decent play, very much a decent play, at least a play that you can have on in the background, a play that, it's posse cut rap, so it's just people writing bars in a lot of ways.
That's it.
I will give it the benefit of the doubt in saying, I haven't deep dived into it, so the messaging on it I'm maybe unaware of.
Yeah.
But that one is called Now More Than Ever. 6 songs, 20 minutes. Flatbush Zombies. Decent.
Okay.
Decent. That's gonna be the
I
way
bumped
say it.
one more album this week. Well, I didn't really. I've only bumped like half of it. It was Funeral, the deluxe version by Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, okay. I saw that. I was like, wait, Funeral.
I'll tell you.
If I told me Funeral.
The reason why I bumped it actually was, well, I am going to do my Now and Then and Now and Then. Well, I'll figure it out when
Now and Then I think sounds better.
Now and Then.
Now and Then.
So I do want to.
Because you listen to Now and then you go then.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So Lil Wayne was actually one of the reasons I wanted to, because I found my hard drive where I had every Lil Wayne mixtape and album. And that's when I was like, damn, I want to listen to
And on our Instagram at True North Views, if you listen to the post that is titled Now and Then Eminem,
yes,
you did mention that as well. Lil Wayne is one
so when
of
the
key reasons for
website
that.
gets up and running, watch out for that. I'm gonna make
Eyes
it
emoji.
a website exclusive so we can spend more time on
Eyes
that.
emoji.
So
the
my
website is gonna be like our version of Patreon, except it's free.
Exactly. We're giving you more shit for free. You're welcome.
Jeez.
But what was I gonna say? The whole goal is to take one album then, one album now, and I felt like this was a good one. Funeral 3 was the name. Oh, sorry, Funeral 3. Wow, I'm an idiot. Funeral, the deluxe version, was the latest album. As soon as I opened it, it was the features that made me want to listen to this straight ahead. Track 1, Doja Cat.
So, can I ask? This is the deluxe version of Funeral.
Yes.
Funeral came out earlier 2019. I don't remember when it came out.
2020. It came out in January. Yep, came out January 31st.
This year has been long. God damn it, bro. You kidding me? Anyways, is this a deluxe where 2-3 songs are added? Is this a deluxe where from top to bottom it's different? What kind of deluxe are we getting?
It's a deluxe where about 10 songs were added.
To the end.
To the beginning.
Lil Uzi style.
Yeah. Speaking of Lil Uzi, Doja Cat, Tory Lanez, Lil Uzi, Benny the Butcher, and Conway the Machine, who, by the way, I see why you like them, by the way, because
I'm glad you find it, because one of our listeners, shout out to my guy, I won't say who, is very frustrated at the fact that you skate over every Griselda conversation. It's like, yeah, I've heard they're good. It's like, my nigga, stop hearing they're good and hear them.
Maybe I'll bump someone's tape soon, but on the Lil Wayne song, I felt it. I was like, you know what? These guys are spitters. Jessie Reyes.
I love Jessie.
As soon as she came on, I was like, yo, Lil Wayne on Jessie Reyes on Lil Wayne track. That's a good look for her. So yeah, that's pretty much the features in the deluxe version. And I think that's where I start with Jessie Reyes track. And I really enjoyed it. Like I like Lil Wayne. That's not a secret. I really enjoy this. I haven't listened to Lil Wayne recently as much as I would like to. So I'm going to come back to that. That's going to be next time you hear about this. It's going to be my Now and Then series. So stay tuned.
I'm not mad at that. I guess let's close off music potpourri. Yes. Let's ask that question. What is in your rotation, sir? Now I will start.
Okay. Mine's really small.
Mine actually was longer than I thought, even though I thought it was small as well. I wanted to check out that project that came out with Joel Ortiz and King Crooked.
Oh, that dropped already?
Because I didn't give that a listen. That came out May 29th.
Oh, shit.
At the time. Super hard. And it just so happens to be called Hard. H.A.R.D. So please look that up. Joel Ortiz and King Crooked, a.k.a. Crooked Eye with Hard. I listened to A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica. The theme this week for me was that, you know what? I just want to listen to top projects. I just want to enjoy good, higher level rap. And especially in this time, for whatever reason, Jay Electronica was sounding like gospel. Was sounding like the something he was saying was just like, ooh, the return of the Anunnakis. Tell me about it. Protesting, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know where, like, it just felt right. I listened to Mick Jenkins' The Circus. I listened to Bears Like This by Spillage Village. I listened to Everything Is Love by the Carters. I listened to Erykah Badu vs. Jill Scott, the playlist. I still like that one a lot. I listened to Bears Like This 2 by Spillage Village as well. I listened to the playlist that I made, #BlackMagic.
I'm actually going to make a black playlist soon.
Especially the Freedom Beyonce track. I tweeted this. My new favorite hobby is when I'm in white neighborhoods, I'm blasting Freedom by Beyonce. Freedom, freedom, where are you?
Yes.
Freedom, I need you.
We need that shit.
I'm playing it. I hope they hear it too. I know they hear it.
They do.
I know they hear it.
You know they're judging you.
I got my KOD vinyl.
Yeah, I seen the pictures.
I forgot to talk about that.
Yes.
It's there.
It looks fire. It looks fire.
So
Man.
beautiful.
It looks fire.
It looks so beautiful.
I can see it from the side already.
So I've been playing KOD by J. Cole.
Playing in the vinyl version?
Not yet. Not yet.
Playing from this Spotify.
Still haven't opened my Snow Leopard. Still haven't opened my Good Kid, Mad City vinyl. Different story for a different.
You still haven't opened the Black album.
Still haven't opened the Black album. I think I opened Blueprint.
There's another one beside it, Kendrick Lamar. I think
that's the Good Kid. I haven't opened Good Kid.
There's another one, Blueprint.
There's a few of them I haven't opened.
I think Al Green. Is Al Green open?
Al Green is open. Al Green is open.
Just some of those that are not open.
Yeah. But Better by Deontay Hitchcock is also in my rotation. I bumped 444 by Jay-Z, or 444, I should say. I bumped When I Get Home by Solange, and I bumped When I Get Home by Solange. No shout out to my guys Cordell Watts, as well as Justin, aka Juice, Good in the Hood podcast. Now I'm not gonna say don't stream their stuff because those are my peoples.
Really
so go listen to Cordell Watts, Cry Now, Laugh Later. He dropped, of course, his project. We talked about it.
Yes.
That dropped about 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago,
something like that. And again, shout out to my guy Juice, Good in the Hood podcast. Follow him. He definitely has a movement going. Juice. But both of them niggas is hating on my girl Solange.
Jeez.
My baby.
What are they saying?
My birthday twin. I'm not even going to tell you when my birthday is. Go look up Solange's birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Siri, what's Solange's birthday?
And you see why we connect in the way we do. You know what I'm saying? This is me just...
Oh, sorry.
Just a sec. Australian male.
But, it is Australian male, actually.
No, I know. But no, they were hating. They were hating on my girl Solange. They said When I Get Home is a trash album. I said, hold up.
I haven't bumped it, so I wouldn't say anything.
Tripping. So I played that just to spite them in my head. But shout out to my guys, of course. Shout out to my guys. I listened to Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, of course. And I'm gonna count Run the Jewels 4, RTJ 4, because I listened to that, like I said, kind of 2.5 in some ways.
You did.
What is in your rotation, sir?
So this week on Monday, I just felt like, you know what, I needed I won't say cleanser, but I just need something that will just get my mind in a different space. So I was like, okay, what? I actually sat in my car before I drove. What is something that like takes me back to a happy place?
Okay.
Mike Jack.
Okay.
Like growing up, my mom loved Mike Jackson.
Yes.
Saturday mornings, oh my God, my mom's playing Michael Jackson every day. Or every day, all day. So I went and I bumped This Is It by Michael Jackson. That's the album that dropped right after he died. It was just a compilation album. Then I went and bumped my favorite album from him, History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. This came out in 1995. This has Billie Jean, The Way You Make Me Feel, Black or White, Rock With You, Bad, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, Man in the Mirror, Thriller, Beat It. Like, it was all his big hits. I also bumped Michael Jackson Top Tracks, which is an official.
You went in.
Oh, it's actually just a playlist, but
you went in on the king.
I did, man, and that's pretty much what I bumped for up until like Wednesday or Thursday. I was just bumping Mike Jack because it kept me in a happy space throughout the whole week. I bumped Jank Tape. That's Buddy and Ken Jams.
Yes,
I bumped that because it is summer music. So my windows was down one day. It was hot.
Fitting for the weather.
Yes. Sababy, Squitastic.
Yep.
I love his flow. His
I thought
voice.
You would. Yeah, like I thought you would.
I really like. He's one of those guys that like calms me down. Just whenever I'm driving, playing his music, because his music is not. It's fun music, but it's not like upbeat
stupid
music.
Fun.
Yeah, so it's just like you can be cruising around, just like nodding your head to him, just like you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Really good at things he does there, and Psychodrama by Dave, not Black. Actually wanted to listen to song Black, which he has. It's a very dope song. Everyone should listen to it. And then lastly is This Is Red Hot Chili Peppers. Again, just it's music that takes me back to different time. Like when I listen to Michael Jackson, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Psychodrama, Dave to an extent, and even this Squitastic, just we talk about memory and music. That's what it does. I can't exactly remember what moment it takes me back to, but I just know when I hear it, my endorphins or whatever the chemical shit that goes on in your head is. It goes up and I get happy. So
Top of the
Shout out to those people.
top of the head. What album can you think of that takes you back to whatever prominent time? First album comes to your head.
Like what prominent
I don't
time,
know, just
bro?
whatever, man. I listen to it. I always feel that same time.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it's Lupe. I don't know why. For me, Lupe the Cool. Whenever I listen to Lupe the Cool, I'm in my grandma's house.
See, and I'm gonna say for me, it's I'm gonna say
Rest in
Sideline
peace.
Story actually.
Okay.
Like J. Cole, because I feel like J. Cole's someone I was avoiding because everyone's talking about him. And then when I remember listening to Sideline Story for the first time was when I worked
I think I remember that too.
Is when I worked at Walmart and I used to push carts and they used to say no headphones. And one of the things I didn't know what to listen to one day was, I was like, you know what, let me give this J. Cole guy a listen. So I downloaded it onto my iPod. Shout out to the iPod Touch, I have it here.
You actually, okay.
I still have it here because there's some songs there that like are Lucy's that I would never find again.
Remember Bubble Wrap on that? That shit was hard.
Yes. And then I remember pushing carts, listening to it, and me actually liking J. Cole after that. I'm like, you know what? He was kind of hard.
I feel like I remember that.
Avoiding
That's
this
actually
guy.
kind of interesting.
Because you guys used to go to this concert all the time saying, do you want to come? Like, I don't listen to this J. Cole. Because Silent Story was the first J. Cole anything I listened to. So, shout out to J. Cole.
Interesting. Okay, let's get off the music potpourri. Let's get into post potpourri.
Yes.
Just kind of, summing up just the additional things
pow,
that have been
pow.
going on. Obviously we talked about some of the things in pre-potpourri. Post potpourri, I guess, is a little bit more
less of a discussion.
Organization based in terms of
Yes.
like names of companies, names of people, as opposed to like just protests and this and that, right? So
exactly, yeah, I like that.
Get into a few names. J.R. Smith is in our post potpourri,
I rate him
and
for this,
salute
man.
to him, man.
Hey,
It's an applause to him.
You don't fuck with people's shit.
Yeah, he got caught by TMZ, even though TMZ has been extremely silent amongst all of this.
They keep on saying alleged murderer. Like TMZ.
Well, I guess they have to. But,
I know, right? But
J.R. Smith
you know
beat
not
the
to.
hell out of an alleged car vandalizer.
He didn't beat
during
the
the
hell
LA.
out of him. But
He didn't beat the hell out of him. He
he
just
beat
stomped him a little bit. But I don't like what they're doing to J.R. Smith. Look how the title reads. You
I
can
know.
see the 6'6", 225 unleashed a barrage of...
Stop there. Microaggression. They don't realize it, but white people are saying
Thank you.
a big black man is beating a white little kid.
Unleashed a barrage of violent kicks on the man.
See, and they don't
My
realize
nigga,
it.
it's not
but-
UFC. Relax.
Exactly, and you're just making them sound worse than it is. When you watch the video and you see why, you're like, nigga, why you break the man's window? Don't break a man's window. You won't be getting kicks of barrages of kicks.
Yeah. We talk about defunding the police.
Yes.
Now, like we said, since the protests, since George Floyd, since Breonna Taylor, since Ahmaud Arbery, since so many different countless names, just all the names that... One that really kind of touched me in terms of defunding the police and possibly having more qualified people approach these types of situations. Rest in peace to Chantel Moore. Chantel Moore was 26 years old, an indigenous woman from British Columbia.
Yep, BC.
She was shot dead by Edmonton police in New Brunswick during a
wellness check.
Yeah, and during a wellness check. But I gotta read, can I get some facts on where they were?
Somewhere in New. Wait, oh yeah, they were in New Brunswick. Wait.
Okay, that threw me off for a second.
Wait, but
Sorry.
she said they said BC earlier.
Yeah, because the article's in
I thought it was New.
language.
I think it's New Brunswick.
But nonetheless, Chantel Moore, an indigenous woman, she was shot dead by police officers during a wellness check. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she was shot 6 times. At what point does it warrant that? Is sort of where I'm going with that.
When you shoot someone once, it hurts so much they'll stop whatever they're doing because it's just natural reaction when you shoot someone once. Shit,
Also, if you're trained, if you're trained in combat, DS, and we're
Conflict
alleged
resolution.
trained, at what point do you say to yourself, I can stop this situation without having to? But we know
exactly.
Come on, we don't.
We can stay here all day talking about.
We don't got to get into that. Wendy's was under fire, because it was, of course, reported that one of the franchisee owners, let's call him, apparently owns several franchises of Wendy's, has donated $400,000 to Trump. Wendy's kind of spoke out about it since, because we were going to say fuck Wendy's. Had to cancel the JBC, the spicy chicken.
After I read this, damn, I went to Wendy's right before I read this.
That nice yellow bread with the Dave single.
Dave single.
Come on, fam. What are we doing?
Actually, I had one last week.
Honestly, what are we doing? They tweeted, "Our voice would be nothing without black culture. Right now, a lot of people are hurting because blatant racism against black people. Their voices need to be heard. Period." Which I question. We're about to be putting but listen, the money's up.
Exactly.
We're about to be putting our money where our mouth is. So here's our money and here's our mouth. We've committed to donating $500,000 to support social justice, the youth, and education in black communities, starting with the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, and we'll have receipts. I also want to shout out to my guy, Mitch Gaynes. Mitch Gaynes has been doing such great
he's been doing
fucking
so much
work.
I've been following his thread on Twitter.
Mitch Gaynes, Those People podcast, for those who are unaware of who that is. Oh my god, he's been doing so much with just
he spent I think yesterday when I checked, he said he spent up to $25,000 already.
Yes.
On supplies.
On just supplies, snacks, water, band-aids, diapers,
medical supplies,
things like that. And he has shown receipts the entire time.
And he's also not saying donate money. He's like, if you want to give me money, sure, thanks. If you don't, hey.
And on top of that, he's like, hey, listen, I know I have some new white followers, so if you guys just keep asking, oh, I wish there's a way I could support, this could be a way.
Exactly. He did say that.
And he's doing, the traveling himself, the purchasing himself, the handing out himself. So, a super salute to him, for really just doing a lot of good things. Wendy's, again, just speaking to them, they kind of put their money where their mouth was as well. They quickly corrected the information that was being sent out. So I guess that deserves a mention. Rogers Center as well, I posted.
They're storing food there?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yeah, Rogers Center, of course, is where our Toronto Blue Jays play.
Yep, Argos used to.
Yeah, Argos used to play. Obviously, the equivalent of where you'd find your respective football team or your respective baseball team. So you can understand the size of the venue.
Yes. Concerts happen there too.
They're storing food, yeah, but like white people concerts, like country.
Beyonce performed there. and then country music.
And then country and Beyonce. Who else performed there?
No one.
That's it.
That's really it. I think U2, they did a 360 tour there.
Yeah.
Again, white people should.
But they are using their facilities to store 10 million pounds of food.
Question, what's this food for? I was kind of confused by that.
I don't know.
Like, why are we storing food at the Rogers Center?
I don't know.
Okay.
But the fact that they're using their facilities to store it.
Okay. Thank you.
Benefit at a doubt.
Hey, man. John Boyega.
Yeah, John Boyega. I wanted to, joke around. I like saying John Bodega, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, because this is a serious matter.
This is a serious matter, right? And it's definitely, a salute to him for really being vocal and really being one of the loud celebrities about this. This was him at a public protest.
Black lives have always mattered. We have always been important. We have always meant something. We have always succeeded.
You can't handle UK accent.
I know it's the time. I ain't waiting.
I like that. I ain't waiting. Man. Like, we're not waiting. And I feel that tide turning where it's like, we're not waiting. We're not waiting for you to just hear us again and, say, okay, and do nothing again. Show us exactly. Accountability, right? He also
his accent is killing
went on and
Black Lives Matter. I know he means well, man. It's just funny that accent.
My brothers and sisters in America, listen, we love you. We with you. We love you. We love you. You're not alone. You've given us so much opportunities. You, man, have done so much for the world and so much for the culture. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. You're not alone. You will never be alone. This is a lifelong commitment. Even though we're protesting, after this day, we will be a part of this for a lifelong. It's a lifelong commitment.
Lifelong commitment, obviously, like he said. And what I really like about what he's doing now, obviously, this is not his first time being loud or his first time saying, fuck white people. Isn't he still signed to I was going to say Marvel.
To Disney?
Thing. Isn't he still signed to Disney?
I think so. I think they're done with the Star Wars movies, but I'm pretty sure he has like some contract somewhere.
So it's just like you got to respect him not giving a fuck. Hey. Like, I don't care about who I'm signed to, the kids that I don't care about that. This is a lifelong fight for something that has started before me. will continue after me, is bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
We're fighting for that. So I don't give a fuck about money right now in that sense, or contracts, or that kind of stuff.
And that's when people talk about the coronavirus and protests. I'm like, look, honestly, you may not understand, but some shit's bigger than
coronavirus.
I'm not saying I want to catch coronavirus, but hey, man, I'm fighting for something here.
Keke Palmer to me has always been one of the realest people out. I've always been a huge Keke Palmer fan.
I do not know who this nigga is. Yeah, that means it kills me.
In terms of just never being afraid to speak, I definitely want to highlight her as well, because she stepped up once the military motherfuckers start coming in. Mm-hmm. She was right there, literally in front of them.
Arms against the people that are protesting. This is the messages that we're seeing. I don't know if you on social media, because the news don't tell you everything, but you have to pay attention to what's going on, or else we have a president that's trying to incite a race war, and when the borders are closed, we can't leave. You have people in here that need your help. This is when you and y'all stand together with the community, with society, to stop the governmental oppression. Period. We need you. So then march with us. March beside us. You get your people. Y'all march beside us. March beside us. March beside us. Let the revolution be televised. March beside us and show us that you're here for us. Make history with us, please. Let's just do it. March with us. We'll start marching. You march with us. Please.
Just
do it. Do it. Just come on.
I can't.
The revolution shall be televised. I always said that. I've always believed that.
Yeah, me too.
The revolution will be televised.
Me too. LeBron James.
Are we going to talk about this now, or are we going to skip with him? Or you want to talk about him when we talk about Drew Brees?
No, he's going to produce a documentary on Black Wall Street.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Massacre.
I didn't know that's what you're going.
Now you know.
It's nice he's tired. Because he said something about the whole Drew Brees thing as well. That's why I thought we were just going to
he'll be brought up again.
I just wrote this. Someone tweeted. Someone's playing Jumanji in 2020. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, with Kevin Hart and them.
No, the old Jumanji, because the old Jumanji,
I don't remember.
the old Jumanji, the game actually came out. It's like when you roll 5, and it says a herd of rhinos will actually run down the street and destroy shit.
Okay,
so that's just what the joke was, just someone's rolling shit, coronavirus.
I missed it.
It went over.
Not gonna lie,
it's all good.
Over my head. Not gonna lie to you.
Washington D.C.
Yeah, Washington D.C. A salute to them. The mayor approved it, but apparently the mayor ain't shit either. So it's not. I'm not saluting the mayor. But right beside the White House, of course, the road now says Black Lives Matters. I know the road name was changed as well.
Yep.
But apparently the mayor ain't shit either. So more to be revealed. NFL.
Let's go. Drew Brees. Are we going straight to Drew Brees? Or are we going to talk about
or Goddell first?
What did Goddell? Oh, because of his old
Weeknd.
The black square thing.
In particular, black people in our country. First, my condolences to families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery.
He couldn't get an HD cam?
And all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism.
Which is a very big statement.
And the systematic oppression of black people.
Interesting. Somebody tweeted, we got to see a formal apology to Cap.
We do.
Formal.
I want to see something in writing.
Formal.
Signed by Roger
to Cap.
Goodell.
Not to black people.
Exactly.
To Cap.
To Kaepernick. Yes.
Specifically. Drew Brees, of course.
Whatever, man.
I mean, we don't got to explain it. We're not a sports podcast. Martellus Bennett responded just about quarterbacks in general and how, he went on a tirade.
Yeah, he went on a thread.
I don't even really. I don't care to read.
Go read if you want, but he pretty much just said shit we all know.
Not gonna.
People are racist.
Not gonna. Yeah.
Chika Oriuwa.
I don't know. That's last.
You're not there yet.
That's last.
Oh, you're leaving that for last.
My opinion.
Okay. I'm agree with that.
That's a very special shout out there. A lot of companies are donating. Of course, we've seen Jordan Brand put up money, $100 million
over 10 years. Or 10 years?
Yeah. Nike put up $40 million over 10 years.
Okay. Shout out, man.
Again, a lot of corporations are responding. Again, I'm not gonna say shout out yet. I am gonna say, you know what? This is the first step of accountability. Let's see what happens going forward. And I'm gonna say shout out to the people that are continuing to put pressure, because now we as a black people have corporations putting money up.
Yep.
Let's see what happens with it.
That's true.
But the protesting works.
It does.
Like we said.
Protesting works.
NBA is back.
NBA is back.
21 teams, 22 teams.
22 teams.
I'm hating on my nigga John Morant. But it is what it is.
Well, I made it like in 2 months, I guess we should say.
A much deeper discussion that I was going to ask.
Maybe we should say that discussion when it's closer to starting.
Okay.
Because we still gonna have like 7 weeks till this actually starts again.
Yeah, you're right.
July 30th.
Let's do that. Okay, so let's end the post-potpourri then on a very special shout-out. This is to a medical student at the University of Toronto.
Yes.
Her name is Chika Oriuwa.
Oriuwa. She's Nigerian. Shout out to my Nigerian sister.
She was in a class, a medical student in a class of 259 people.
Yep.
She is the only black student in that medical class. And she graduates as the valedictorian for that class. I think that deserves a huge round of applause.
It does. Looking for something.
I don't know if you had anything additional to add to that. I just wanted to leave it as a special shout out, but by all means.
Oh, no, I'm adding.
In terms of, I have nothing else to say.
Okay, yeah, there's one thing to say. I didn't say save it, but the class of 2024, the UFT medical class accepted about 25 black students.
As opposed to just the one.
So I guess shout out to the people that, got in.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to let me know, just shout out to them. That's all I want to say. There was a picture that was floating around the internet just saying, because they all went to like their orientation or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was good to see like representation.
Yeah. We'll kind of end it there. I mean, obviously, we didn't really know how we were going to approach this week. I think we still, managed to make a show out of it.
We did somehow.
Having the music discussions where we needed to, but really just speaking more so to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is an obligation of responsibility.
There is.
I think anyone with a platform should be using it to some capacity.
Yep.
This is not the time to say we are not a blank podcast. It is not the time for musicians to say we are not politics. No, this is
beyond
politics.
This is
black.
This is life. This is life.
This is not political. This is blackness.
This is life.
Period. Life, period.
If you're part of life, you are part of this issue or problem.
Yeah.
Or solution.
I don't need to talk. I'm not even gonna go there.
We can go on this all day. Like this is literally our life. Like being black is our life. So we can spend all day trying to teach you guys how it is to be black, but you still won't. No, you won't understand. But again, we can just spend all day doing that.
We could, yeah, we really would. So please, let's end off. Please cue that music. That being said, that will take us to the end of another episode of the True North Views podcast, episode 109. And again, the message that we want to portray is that protesting works.
Yep.
The petition signing works. The retweeting works. The exposure of police departments and foul activity.
Keep recording.
Recording works. Somebody tweeted, the camera has done more for black people than police has ever done.
Yes, in fact.
It works. So everything that black people are doing, everything that allies of black people are doing, it is working. You brought up the Martin Luther King example, and that was something that I thought very deeply about until I realized that we were already on like day 13. I was like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, keep the foot on the neck. Let's keep it going. Let's not stop the momentum. Coronavirus came for a reason to help black people.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Let's grab it by the horns. Let's take advantage of it, and let's not stop until we get what we want.
Just on that thought of this week, and this last thing I want to say on this, black culture is quote unquote cool, right?
Yeah.
Do you know
tell
why
your friends to pull up?
Do you know why it's cool?
Shout out to Rihanna.
Because it's rebellious. Being the rebel is kind of cool. You want to be the rebel, but do you ever ask yourself, why is it rebellious? I'm gonna just leave you guys at that. Why you ask yourself why black culture is rebellious? What's next?
I was gonna transition, but either way, just please. We say this all the time in terms of sharing our podcast, but whether it's through sharing our podcast or whether it's not through sharing our podcast, please continue this conversation.
Please.
Fuck the tell a friend part. By holding motherfuckers accountable.
Hold them accountable.
Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable.
6 times.
6 layers of accountability. You know what I'm saying? Now, as usual, I go by the name of Harris.
Y'all know me. I'm the skirt master, Mr. Triple Double himself, 0 assists, stealing 70 mil from TTC. Because I'm an NBA champion. Shout out to me. You already know me. Call me just Shola.
And how many rules do we got at this point? I don't even know. But please tell them some rules, I guess.
I'm about to add a 3rd rule.
Yep. That's what I'm like. How many rules we got?
Number 1, hold them accountable.
Yes.
Number 2, be safe out there.
Wait, hold on. What was number 1 again?
Hold them accountable. Number 2, be safe out there. And number 3, watch out for the wastemans.
Watch out for the motherfucking wastemans. You already know what it is. It's a True North Views podcast episode 109. Peace.